Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my security professional around the world. Whether you're listening to me from the UK, from the US, from South Africa, from Kenya, from Nigeria, from Africa, from Europe, from Asia, take note that you're well recognized here. I remain SP Obi Unduka. I am the CEO, Shieldcraft Sentinel Consulting Limited. We are an organization that is located in Nigeria, Lagos State precisely. So I'm going to be delving into a topic that is very, very interesting, and it is titled From Invisible to Invaluable. So how do you get noticed and valued by your organization? It's a very, very key aspect of security manager's role and responsibility. In the forthcoming mentorship and coaching sections for security professionals that Shieldcraft Sentinel Consulting will be organizing in the fourth week of March 2024. The flyers are already out there. One of our topic is how to get noticed and valued by your organization. So I'm just going to give you a brief a snippet into what we'll be discussing in that particular mentorship and coaching section. So let's dive straight into the topic for today. So if you're feeling like a ghost in your security role as a security manager or CSO, do your contributions blend into the background, unnoticed by top management staff and higher ups? You're not alone, because many security professionals struggle to get the recognition they truly deserve. But what if you could transform from invisible to invaluable in your organization? That's a thought-provoking question. So this video that I'm about to make, that I just begun making, it's meant to unveil proven strategies to make your presence known and your value undeniable. So buckle up. I call my security professionals, we are superheroes, because there are a lot of things that we have to stake out there just to make the organization go out. So we are security heroes because it's time to step out of the shadow and shine. So I'm going to be talking about 4 different pillars that makes us to be valuable, that makes us to move from the shadow into the light, from invisible into invaluable. So the first pillar is visibility. So don't let your hard work to be a silent movie. Of course, showcase your impact with clear, data-driven reports. So go beyond just reporting incidents. Propose proactive solutions and demonstrate their potential benefits. Don't be afraid to present your findings directly to leadership. Make your voice heard, because if you don't speak out, nobody is a spirit that understands what is inside your mind. So you must learn to speak out at all times. So now, what is the action point for this? How to achieve this? Number 1, you must create an impact board. Now, what is the impact board for? The impact board is meant to track and visualize your contributions, quantify your successes, whether it's prevented losses, improved response times, or enhance security awareness programs. You must learn to write it down on your impact board. And what's the impact board? The impact board is usually those boards that you see in security managers' offices or chief security officers' offices, where they write out their successes, their plans, their strategies that they want to implement for the overall good of the organization. So number 2 is communication. Communication, you must learn to speak your voice. Use it. Don't assume people understand your value, because nobody is really ready to understand you except you say it out. So you must learn to communicate articulately and clearly. Tailor your communication to your audience. Speak the language of business outcome. Don't be too professional unnecessarily and speak security jargon in place of business outcome. And being strategic means to build strategic relationship by networking across various departments. Remember, collaboration is very key. I just said this in one of my short video that will be coming up in our YouTube page. So follow us on YouTube to get that video. It will be coming out either tomorrow or next tomorrow. So one thing I discover, most security managers tend to battle with other departments instead of collaborating with them. Yes, most times they want to trash out your efforts or make you look insignificant in the scheme of things in your organization. But your own response should be one that is strategic, because every action that you make in your organization should be strategic and should be one that builds good relationship and that will help you in the future, because it's better to build bridges than to destroy bridges. Always remember that. So, what is your action point for communication? You should always try as much as possible to make your presentation short, concise, clear, and complete within a short period of time, which is 30 seconds, which is, I usually call this the 3 C's of communication, which is clear, concise, and complete. So I just recently attended an interview for the position of a security manager. And as part of the interview sessions, they told us to conduct a risk assessment of the facility, and they gave us a case study. And they gave us exactly 15 minutes to do a presentation and present it to the board of the panelists there. And I remember when I wanted to begin my presentation, I was the first there, and they told me that, please, I know security managers talk too much. Please make it very concise and meaningful. So I ended up using only just 2 minutes, but I was able to pass all my information I needed to pass. I finally got that particular role, and the rest is story for another day. So let's practice that. Let us practice every time to deliver confidently, because, like they say, even words that are spoken confidently, even if it in quotes doesn't make sense, it is very convincing. So pillar 3 talks about impact. So security isn't just about keeping bad guys out. So it's about supporting your organizational goals. Align your security initiative with the overall business strategy, because security does not exist on its own. Show how your work translates into concrete benefits. It's very, very important, like cost savings or risk mitigations. Those are things you should be focusing on. Quantify your impact whenever possible. Numbers speaks volume. Like they say, what makes the financial manager important to the organization is interpreting his work in financial terms, in monetary terms, in numbers. So that is what you should understand. So as security officer or security professionals, what is your action point to make a great impact in your organization? You must learn to offer security awareness training from time to time. Try to be part of the people that will do induction training to new employees or new hire. And these things will improve your impact in the organization. Don't just focus on catching bad guys. Be a process-driven person. Be a compliance person. Be somebody who watch out for safety issues. Be somebody who collaborates. Be somebody who develop process documents. Be somebody who can also advise on career. I remember there was a job one time where I was the chief security officer in one of these leading hotels in Nigeria. And I discovered something in my role there. I did more of career development to my colleagues, my fellow colleagues in other departments. I was the one who advised them on several ways to get jobs, and this impacted them positively. As at the time I was leaving, more than 75% left with me. I don't know why, but one thing that was certain was that they ended up eating to that my advice, and they ended up getting better jobs in various organizations. I most times I ended up tutoring them for different roles, and they come to me for career advice and career advancements, how to write a winning resume, how to have a lot of testimonies around. One just got a job, a good paying job in as the IT manager in one of the leading franchises in hotel franchises in the world. So I'm not going to mention for security reasons. So as security persons, this is not only to enhance overall security, but also to demonstrate your expertise and willingness to collaborate. Go far and beyond your role and delve into their role. That is why, for me, I see security professionals as generalists, because most security professionals did not go into the university to study security management or security criminology, except for these new generations where you have this offered in courses in Nigerian universities. But previously, these things were not existing. So most of them studied various fields of studies, and they bring that to bear most of the time to create impact positively in the organizations where they find themselves. So pillar 4 talks about relationship. Relationship, like you all know, is very important to the success of anybody in this world. Your relationship with your God, your relationship with your colleagues, your relationship with your family, your relationship with your friends, all these things is very important. But I'm going to be talking about security professionals, how they often operate in silos. Most security managers prefer to operate in silos. You see, this thing is one of the biggest mistakes they can make in their career, because you see, it is easy for somebody who is in isolation to break down easily, psychologically and mentally. So you must learn to exist and break that wall and bridges, and go into other departments, make friends there, learn from them, understand their work and their processes. That will make you to collaborate better and be a team player. Show that you are not just protecting systems, but also investing in the organization's success. I noticed something of recent. Most of the vacancies being posted out there by most hiring managers and companies, I discovered that one of the criteria to become a security manager or a chief security officer is to be a team player and a team builder. So if you don't have this, you can imagine what can occur to you. So what is my advice for you? How to build relationship in such instances in pillar 4? You must become a subject matter expert in a specific area of security. That does not mean you cannot be a generalist anyway, but be very good in one aspect of security. I remember while I was serving in that hotel, I was I didn't do more of physical security there. I did more fraud, investigation and fraud monitoring. That was what my job was in that particular role, basically, even though I was the chief security officer. But I had more fraud related cases and I closed them out, and it made a positive impact in that particular organization. So you must be a subject matter. At that time, I had to even embark on a course on Allison fraud intervention, or fraud, something on fraud like that, fraud management and intervention, something like that. If you go on my LinkedIn page, you'll see where I celebrated the success of earning that particular certification not too long. So now, what is my action points in this particular pillar 4? How do you build those relationships? You become a subject matter, like I said. Establish yourself as a thought leader in a certain position. That's why from time to time I try to sharpen my skill by giving presentations like this, making videos, making posts on LinkedIn, and organizing courses and mentorship and coaching sections, assisting my colleagues and those who are even outside my terrain. I even go as far as attending human resource courses just to understand what the human resource manager understands, and how his role also interfaces with mine. So these are the things I go far and beyond to learn all these things. Whenever I find myself, I always want to be in the logistic. I want to be a friend of the logistic team, the procurement team, because they have. I learn a lot from them. I learn a lot of how to trace fraud cases, how to make deliveries, where the deliveries can go wrong, where issues can evolve in the course of their operation, and these are very, very valuable insights in your organization. So for me, I'll just give a case study where to further buttress the principle in action. So hypothetically, meet John, a security professional who felt undervalued. So by implementing these strategies above, like we talked, the 4 pillars, he was able to increase his visibility with regular data-driven reports and presentation to leadership. He was able to tailor his communication to the highest cost savings achieved through his security measures. He was able to offer security awareness training to other departments, fostering collaboration and goodwill. He became a recognized expert in cybersecurity, earning respect and opportunity for advancement. So according to John, hear what he said. This is a real life case study. I went from feeling invisible to being seen as a key player. These strategies transformed my career. Hear that testimony. Do you want that testimony to be yours? Please join us in our mentorship and coaching section for security professionals coming up on the 4th week of March 2024. The due dates will be duly announced at the end of February 2024, and we'll know where we're going to, pending our looking at our registration database, who registered for the course, and how we're going to go ahead, because there are some questionnaire where you register for our courses, which we are going to dole out to you, and you're going to give us feedback. So that will determine a lot of things in the course of conducting that particular sessions. So what is your call to action? Always remember you are not invisible. Take action today, implement these pillars, track your impact, and watch your value soar higher. Thank you very much as we have come to the end of this wonderful session with you. It's just a snippet to what you'll be expecting in our course, in our sessions that we'll be having mentorship and coaching sections. Thank you very much, and God bless you.